The queen hid a pea under her bed, because she wanted to see if the girl was a princess with delicate skin. The bed was covered with 20 layers of mattresses. If the girl could feel the discomfort, then she was a real princess. And the queen did this because she had a spoiled son. In order to have a grandchild soon, his parents had searched for princesses from all neighboring countries. But the prince couldn't stand any of them. When he met a fat one, he said she was too plump. When he met a thin one, he said she had nothing to offer. The queen wanted her son to lower his expectations, but the prince insisted on finding a real princess. Seeing that her son was so determined, the queen decided to take him on a trip around the world to find a real princess. The king was against it, saying that traveling around the world would cost too much money. The whole country would be in debt and face extinction. The queen immediately countered, "If we don't solve the problem of the prince's marriage, there will be no successor to the throne, and the country will be destroyed even faster." So the matter was settled. In the next 6 months, the queen took the prince on a tour of the world, visiting every country, even the cold and snowy kingdom. But he still hasn't found the one he likes. After that, they went to the dragon palace in the deep sea to look for. Looking at the handsome mermaid in front of them, the prince thought she was too vulgar. Half a year passed quickly and the queen and prince returned to their country. The king was very excited and asked 3 times where the princess was. The prince was very frustrated and went back to his room. The queen herself was also disappointed. The prince's matchmaking was put on hold. Seeing that the country had no successor, people and royal officials left there. Only the king's family and the butler were left behind. The palace began to fall into disrepair. It was leaking everywhere, and the king had to do everything himself. Just then there was a sharp knock on the door. The king rushed to open it. He was met by a beautiful woman. The king asked if she was a princess, but the woman said, "What princess could be as poor as I am?" She entered the room without asking the king's permission, with a hint of arrogance in her voice. But the king was so excited that he told his wife, "Maybe the prince would like a girl like that." The queen was pleased with the girl when she saw her for the first time, but she insisted on some tests to see if she was a real princess. So she had the butler prepare 20 layers of mattresses, and secretly put a pea under the mat to see if she could detect it. But the woman was so cold from the rain that she tossed and turned all night. The next day at breakfast, the queen asked the girl how she slept yesterday. The girl said frankly that she hadn't slept well all night. The queen was very excited and thought that she felt something under the 20 layers of the mattress because of her delicate skin. The girl also said that the thing made her shoulder very painful. The queen told the girl that she had passed the test and arranged her first meeting with the prince. The girl was puzzled. She said she hadn't thought about marrying the prince. She began to lose her temper in front of the queen. The prince was impressed by the girl's personality. He wanted to get in touch with her. When the prince asked the girl if she wanted to marry him, the girl said she hadn't thought about it yet. But when she heard the butler say he had a house full of gold and silver jewelry, the girl immediately said she would marry the prince. The matter finally came to an end. The prince and the girl were married, and the country returned to its former glory.